Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and to today's video where we are going to be playing with the new Pixi Spring 2020 makeup line. I think I also have some of the skincare stuff, just a few things that is new. Some of the other things are already kind of older products by Pixi. Let me show you what I have. I have the Pixi, what is this thing called? Nuance Quartet in the Sugar Blossom shades. I have the Eye Effects Rosette Ray palette for the eyes. I have the H2o Skin Tint. Apparently they came out with new colors. This one is porcelain. I've already tried a little tiny bit of it and it looks super light, so I'm scared. We have, this one is a new one, which is the Vitamin C Brightening Perfector. And this one is supposed to tone and correct. And just as a reminder, I don't have any studio lights or anything on right now, so you can kind of see the unevenness and the difference in between my neck and my face. My face is quite a bit darker because of sun damage. And then we also have this lip glow. It's in the color Juicy. It's a bit orange. And I'll also talk to you a little bit about the BeautifEYE Brightening Eye Patches, the Glow Tonic, and then we'll also try and set the face, which I normally don't do, with the Glow Mist. So anyway, if you'd like to see how these products work, please keep watching. Alright guys, so I have only tried a few different Pixi products before in the past, and the one that I've really enjoyed, and I actually have a backup of this because you can see it's almost gone, is the Glow Tonic. Now if you're interested, I'll put a card up here, and if you want to check out my skincare favorites, I do talk a little bit about this one in that video. I don't have it on my skin at the moment. I didn't put it on this morning because I don't like to do exfoliating products in the morning, especially if I'm going to be going outside at any time during the day. It can make your skin slightly more sensitive to the sun, so you do need to be aware of that. So I wouldn't recommend this in the morning personally, but it says AM or PM on the bottle, so it's really up to you. Right before I started filming, I used one of these Hydrogel brightening eye patches, and I'll just show you what they look like. So it comes with a little spatula dude in it, and then I think these are really common right now. There's a whole bunch of different ones. I think there's some from Good Molecules, which is a Beautylish brand. There's a couple other ones, and they're quite squidgy. Don't want to waste it. And they do feel really nice, and I can say that my eyes do look less puffy. I don't think that they're really going to help me particularly with the dark discoloration because it's inherited, so it is just the way that my under eyes look. But I do think they don't look like, looking in the viewfinder, I don't think they look as bad as normal. So I'm very happy with that. I've used it twice. I will continue to use it, so we'll kind of see how it plays out in the future. So, like I said before, I've never tried Pixi Makeup. I've been to their shop. They have a shop on Carnaby Street in London, and I've been into it a couple of times, but somehow I'm always like either not inspired or like really intimidated to be in there. Not as much as a Glossier shop. But, so I've never really purchased anything, but then I saw some of these products and I was interested to try them out, especially the complexion products, more so than the eyeshadow. So we will go ahead and start as usual with the eyes, but it's not going to be a focus on that palette. Let me just show you what the palette looks like, and then we'll go ahead and just very quickly prime the eyes. So as I said, this was the packaging. So it comes in this really pretty kind of spring green case, and it just has a little snap. There's a huge mirror. And then this is what it looks like. And you can tell that I haven't swatched it yet, although I will put swatches up in a moment for you. But I didn't want to swatch it because it had this really cool finish to it, almost like these ones. They look like immediately right now like suede. And I was like, somehow that just seemed really cool to me. I don't know how they're going to perform. So I'll go ahead and just stick the swatches of this whole palette up there for you now. So, ta-da. Oh, and for those of you who are new here, there's Stella. Hopefully you can see her black blobby self in the background grooming. We are preparing for the nap. It's going to be a good nap. Okay, so what I decided to use today for a primer was the Sigma, what is this called? Eyeshadow Base Primer. And this is the color Persuade, which is kind of, it's just a little bit darker than my skin tone, but pretty similar once I put out there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera, and I will be back in just a very quick moment. Okay, so the eyes are primed. You can see it doesn't really look any different, but that's fine. I'm just gonna scooch myself a little bit closer, and we won't really zoom in too much today. I don't think it's not necessary. It's not a tutorial. This is a first impression. So, okay, I want to do something really light and kind of summery today. So I'm thinking like maybe like this one here as like the base, and maybe deepening up a little bit with this red. And then like the champagne, maybe to top it off with. That way we get to try a couple different colors and a few different formulas. Okay, so I'm just using these Sonia Kashuk brushes from Target. Just use whatever brushes you feel like. I just have a fluffy kind of shading brush, more taper. Ooh, there's still some product on there. Nice. And then this smaller one for the shimmer. If all of a sudden you've noticed that my nose has got really red, I just had a hysterical sneezing fit, which was... well, it was funny for me. I don't know. I find somehow sneezing funny. I had this little kind of sneeze, like a really stupid one, but anyway, it amuses me. All right, so let's go ahead and get in there really quick. All right, so that's that first color. So let's just go ahead and give it a go. And let's see how pigmented or not. I'm gonna expect, like, I don't really know much about the Pixi aesthetic, but I think it is supposed to be kind of like natural beauty, like not too intense glam. Like that's my perspective of it. I don't know if that's true. So I would imagine that these shadows are not going to be as pigmented as like some of the more like, I don't know, like brands that are really into, intensely like colored pigments or something like that, or like really bold looks. I mean, if you look at this is a very neutral kind of shebang here, and so I think that's probably the vibe that we're gonna get. So something really soft. I mean, they are blending really nice. It's a very soft, smooth look on the lid, which I like. But it is very neutral, which isn't something that I typically go for. I do like a lot of color, but I'm just kind of in the mood for it right now. And that's okay. We can be in the mood for different things on different days, right? So I like the way this is blended out. It looks very, very smooth. I actually think this with just like a little shimmer color might be really nice, like on its own. But we want to use more colors. So let's try this slightly darker. Do they have names on these? Yeah, they do. So that first one I went into is, I guess it's French Rose, and now I'm going into Berry. Just looks like that on the brush. And you can see it's not like, it looks darker in the pan, but it's actually not that dark or pigmented, but it's fine because I just want a little bit more color, a little bit deeper of a color right there in my crease, because I personally like the way it looks on myself. You don't have to do it this way. Everyone should always adapt an eye look to fit their eye shape, their kind of aesthetic. You shouldn't just be copying what somebody else is doing, because it often won't work out for you. We all have different eye shapes. So I'm not going to do any eyeliner with this, so I do want it to be quite soft, but I've definitely kind of overdone it like here on the side, so I'm just going to clean it up a little bit with a tissue. Okay, I'm just going to kind of clean my brush a little bit and just make sure that this is really smooth here on the edges. Today I don't want like a harsh line like usual. I just want it to be really soft, which I think this shadow is definitely good for that kind of a soft look. And I'll just go in a little bit more with that French Rose color and just kind of deepen up this top bit just a little bit. They do kind of blend in together. You're not really going to see much color difference between the two, but we're going for something that's definitely on the softer side. Okay, so we have these two bright shimmers on the top. I'm tempted by this one, which is a little bit more champagne looking. That picks up quite nicely with the brush. Ooh. Okay, that's not bad. It's not like super sparkly, shiny kind of thing, but it is intense. It is a kind of metallic-y enough. I could spray it and see if we can get more intensity out of it, but I don't actually want that today. Like I said, I want something really almost subtle looking for me. There's no particular reason for it, guys. I'm just not interested in bold looks at the moment. Well, today. Usually every day is bold eye looks, but not today. What I'm noticing is nice about these is that actually I'm not getting almost any fallout whatsoever from any of the shadows. I don't know if any of you guys watched the Nabla one that I did last week, but some of those really dark shades, they were everywhere. Like I was completely covered all the way down here, which is, you know, it's a reason why I almost always do my eyes first, is because I'm kind of used to this huge amount of fallout. But from these, it's pretty minimal. I'm getting a little bit from this one, but just right here in the inner corner. Okay. I'm perfectly happy with that. It's a very soft kind of look. This will get cleaned up a little bit when we do the rest of the skin. So it's probably not going to be a go-to palette for me because it is quite subtle and quite soft, but actually it went on really nice. I think once we get some mascara on there, it's going to look much better. It looks a bit weird at the moment, and I'm also going to use a bit of liner, but we'll do that once we've done the rest of the face. So the next thing we're going to try is this Brightening Perfector. It says, no foundation needed. Just a dab of this makes it easy for flawless looking skin. It's a vitamin C infused complexion enhancer which blurs and perfects to give skin a dewy, radiant finish. It says use solo or under makeup for added complexion perfection. So hopefully you guys can see how bad, or I don't know, it's not that bad, but how my complexion looks. I have lots of dark spots, especially around my eyes here and here, all over my forehead, and then I tend to have redness in my cheeks kind of naturally. Not like cute blushy redness, just red. Alright, so let's go ahead and give this a go. I haven't even played with it yet. Okay, is it? Okay, just heads up, it is white. Ooh, it does, okay. If you've been watching me for a little while, you know how much I hate fragrance, like completely hate fragrance. There is an exception though, and that's citrus. I love citrus flavors, citrus smells, citrus everything. So for me, this smells nice because it's very citrusy. It is very white though. Is there like a sunscreen or anything in this? No. Okay. Well, we're just gonna take it. We're gonna take it everywhere, and we're gonna see what happens. I moved my mirror just down below, so if you see me looking down a lot, it's just because the mirror is right in front of me today. So the idea with this, I guess, is that we should notice like my complexion looks instantly better afterwards. So what I'll do is I'll do this. Oops, it's in my hair, and then let it sit for just a minute to kind of go into the skin before we move on to the foundation. I don't want it to, it's really in the hair. And then also we'll be able to tell how much of a difference. Maybe I should have done like one half of the face. Anyway, it's too late now. Okay, I don't really notice anything like off the bat. I don't know if you guys do either. It looks pretty much the same. I don't know what quite I was supposed to expect, but that doesn't look that exciting. So let's see what happens when we put some foundation on. So this is the H2o Skin Tint. It says it's a hydrating, but it dries semi-matte, and it says it stays on all day. My oily skin is very likely to prohibit that, but it's a bold claim. All right, so this is what it looks like. It comes in a nice squeezy tube, which is fun. So let's go ahead and, ooh, blarb. Do you see what I mean, how pale it looks? I mean, it could be that I just went with like the wrong color, but I always say this and then it ends up matching my neck. So therefore it's probably my color, but I guess I think I'm slightly darker complexion than I am. Okay, so I'm just taking my little e.l.f., what is this? It's a 106. It's just like it's a foundation brush, but it's this rose one. I don't know. It was on sale and I really like it, so. Okay, just got a bit on, and let's just go ahead. Okay. Ghostly again. Good thing we have a bronzer today, guys, I think, because for once, I may actually require it. Okay, it's probably, I just, again, got the wrong color. I think it's really hard, personally, to shade match online. It's just not something I feel like all that comfortable doing. And so I'm worried that I'm always going to go too dark. Like I'm going to pick like a more medium shade, which I know are too dark for me. But then I end up with these like really light shades. Which one did I try last? Oh, it was the NYX one, the NYX Born to Glow. And I thought it was a bit light, but then after it blended all the way through, it wasn't. But god damn, this looks really, oh my gosh. I think like compared to this, I have a concealer. It's not from Pixi. And I think it's gonna probably look like super dark now. It's also not really, like as far as I can tell up close, it doesn't seem to be giving like much coverage whatsoever. It is a tint, okay? It is just like a light little bit of coverage, but it's not, I don't know. We'll see what it looks like at the end, right? Right. Because we are going to put powder, because for those of you watching, you know I have very, very oily skin, so not powdering my skin doesn't really work if I actually want to wear the foundation. It's really streaky, so that's fun. But what I'm going to do is, just like with the other thing, we're just going to let it sit for a moment, not do anything, and then just try again. It is kind of, like my skin feels a little bit irritated, like, I don't know, maybe it's just I'm pressing too hard with the brush. So, I mean, maybe I mean, I could try another color, but I'd also, like the skin looks fine up close, but something like right here, it just feels a little bit irritating, and I'm not really sure what's going on. All right, I'm just gonna put a little bit of concealer. I'm just gonna use my favorite right now, the NYX Born to Glow Radiant Concealer, just here to cover up some more of this dark circle and just clean up the eyes a little bit. So I'll just be right back. Okay, so I put the concealer on. I think, like for myself, I feel it looks a bit better now because of the concealer. I don't like to see my really strong under eye bags all that much, so for me that's a bit better. It looks fine now, I guess. I think it's just the, I don't know, I'm not sure about the color, but I'm not, like it definitely doesn't feel like I'm wearing much, which is nice, you know, I like that in a thing. Again, I still have that slight irritation around the nose, but let's see if it disappears. So I'm just going to use my favorite Chantecaille powder. It's just the Perfect Blur Finishing Powder, just to go ahead and powder everything really quick. And it is a little bit, it's supposed to be translucent, or, you know, kind of pale, but hopefully it'll actually warm up the skin just a little bit. I mean, I guess I could have gone in with actually a darker powder to try and balance things out, but I'm not, I ain't no makeup artist, guys, you know that. Okay, powder is go. Crash bang. All right, so let's go ahead and open up this Nuance Quartet in the Sugar Blossom. So the packaging is exactly the same. So they're obviously, we just have one type of packaging for the eyeshadow and for the complexion products. So let's go ahead and have a look. Plasticky dude, go away. And so this is what we have. That pink here is a lot. So we have 2 shimmery shades and then 2 more matte shades. So that same kind of velvety looking texture, almost suede texture that the first ones, that the eyeshadows had. All right, what we're gonna do is I'm actually gonna start with the bronzer this time, to try and bring a little bit more kind of color. So I was watching a tutorial about bronzer, and it's better to maybe do stippling than to brush in. So I'm gonna try that instead. Take off some of that. And I'm just kind of pushing it. So the idea is that by stippling it, that you won't disturb the foundation underneath. Okay. I actually don't mind this color that much. It is kind of on the warm side, but not, can you see? Might be a bit on the dark side for me, so I will, after I do the placing it with the stippling motion, I will kind of try and blend it away a little bit. It looks a little bit dark, like it really stuck where I placed it. It's okay. Let's try a little bit here. I think it's just a bit intense for me, maybe. I mean, I feel like I'm really not putting a lot on the brush. Just try this a little bit. Okay, I don't know. I mean, my face definitely looks better now with it on there, because of how pale that foundation was, but yeah, fine, no problem, okay. Okay, are we gonna try this really bright blush? Okay, let's do it. Same brush, I'm lazy. Okay, it's not as bad as I thought, but it is very pink. Oh, fuck. Actually, no. Lie. It is as bad as I thought. Blend. Blend, Carolyn, blend. Okay, I don't know. Maybe I just don't like blush. I do. I think I do, but then I think, like, look. I'm just wiping it off on a towel and then just trying to, like, blend it away a little bit. It really stuck, like, right on that one spot. Well, maybe the highlighter will help. Highlighter makes everything better right now. Don't laugh at me. It looks rough. Okay, so we have a more champagne-y colored highlighter, which I think is what I'm going to go for today. I'm using a new highlighter brush I got from Kaleidos. This is the Kaleidos H1, highlighter number 1. So let's just go ahead and try her out right here. Oh, this is a nice brush. Maybe not as, well, I guess it is pretty shiny. I don't know, I have some that are definitely better than this one, but it's okay. Alright, so that is the highlighter applied. Overall, actually, I think this is all looking fine now. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to go do my mascara and eyeliner. I'm going to use this Nabla Cupid's Arrow one again. I really liked this one. I'll just quickly do them off camera because I'm not using anything new, and then we'll be back to try the last thing, which is the lip glow. Okay guys, so that's the mascara and the eyeliner on. I mean, I think it looks better with everything all put together. I don't know. I'm not sure I'm enjoying this look overall. I think it looks a bit, I don't know. Maybe it's just the eyeshadow is throwing me off. I think maybe if I kicked the liner on it or something, I'd be feeling my oats a bit more. But all right, let's go ahead and try this. This is supposed to be more like a lip conditioner. It says it's a sheer buildable color that leaves lips softer after each use. So let's go ahead and see. So I like the container. This one's really cute. So I did pick a very bright orange because why not? Let's go ahead and click it up a little bit. So that's how it looks. And okay, let's go ahead and try. It says I think it's going to be more like a balm, like a chapstick kind of thing. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I think it's fun. I mean, it's not like a lot of color, and I think it kind of goes with everything else. It's definitely, ooh, that does not click back down. Warning, warning, do not overclick that. That does not go back down. Don't overclick. Okay, I ate a little bit of that. Blah. Oh, sorry. Let's go ahead and try, I never use setting spray, but fuck it. Let's just go ahead. So this is the Glow Mist with Propolis and Argan oil. Propolis is like bee stuff, bee things. All right. Ah. Oh, that was horrible. It's quite strong. I don't know what that's gonna do. I did it. Oh. Something tastes terrible. It's like on my lips now. Alright guys, on that note, this look is definitely done. Okay, things I like. What do I like? The eyeshadow is perfectly fine. I don't know if this color is very flattering on me. Somehow it doesn't look great. But I think the shadows worked out really well. I will continue to try this one. So this one was a good one. These guys, these eye patches, I do really like these. And the Glow Mist, so like these complexion or like face products, I definitely think are well worth the try. Nothing else really impressed me that much today. I've never tried the Glow Tonic before, so let's not, me accidentally spraying my face ridiculously, let's not take that as the be-all end-all. I like the way this lip glow looks, but it really tastes bad. I'm sorry, it tastes so bad. And all I want to do right now is take it off. So no, maybe no on that one. The Brightening Perfector, I have no idea what it was supposed to do, but I didn't notice anything. Maybe I'll try it again another day. The Skin Tint, it definitely irritated me a little bit when I put it on. I tend to get a little bit of nose itchiness with foundation anyway, but this one was a lot worse than usual. I mean, my skin looks fine. It's kind of the problem areas that I normally have are the same with this. I might get, like if I was going to try this again, like get another one, I would get like one shade darker, I think. And that's, I mean, it is, I guess we're pretty good, but still something about it just isn't quite right color-wise. The Complexion Quartet, these guys here, I don't think there's anything wrong with them. I think the blush did kind of stick to where I placed it a little bit, so I'm not sure I will use that again. The bronzer powder I think was okay. It definitely helped with the kind of ghostliness of the look. So this is okay. So I think these two eyeshadow and then the face products, I think these are okay. The other stuff, for me, nah, I'm not going to use those again. I don't think so. I might try this again if I'm somehow even paler than usual, and I also want to check that it really does or doesn't irritate my face. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can hit the like button down below. You can make a comment laughing at me as I try and spray my face with a setting mist. That's a lot. That's embarrassing. It's fine. Yeah, or you can subscribe, come hang out again. I do videos 3 times a week right now on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, so please come pop by again and come say hi. Love to have you back with us. Alright guys, take care and have a great day. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.